Good morning, happy Monday everyone. So today for breakfast I'm going to have a half of a grapefruit and a yogurt for 2 points. I'm working on my 1 point coffee and look at this, I'm almost done with my water. I did put quite a bit of ice in there, so I think I'll fill this up and drink one more before I leave. And then of course I'm going to bring my iced green tea with raspberry syrup, sugar-free raspberry syrup, mind you. Let me show you what I'm going to take to work for lunch today. Okay, so I have a lot going on here. So really quickly, for those of you who are new to my channel, I work outside the home and I work too far away from my home to come home for lunch, so I have to take plenty of things for lunches and snacks to work. We get a lot of temptation at work because we have a table where people think they need to bring in cupcakes and donuts every day. So I like to bring, so this may seem like a lot of stuff, but I just like to do it so I can stay away from temptation, and it just keeps me full for the day. So what I am bringing today for lunch, this is from last night. This was the chicken foil packets that I showed in my meal prep video, and they turned out fantastic. I cannot wait. I think I'm going to do these every week. I'm going to try different combinations. This combination was the zucchini and chicken with barbecue sauce. I ended up last night, right before I put them in the oven, adding a little bit of A1 steak sauce for 0 points. I did 17 grams, which is 0 points, and it was so good. Oh, I also added some onion. So I think every week you're going to be seeing these as much as you see my mason jar salads, because it was so good. It did end up taking longer. I think I put on the video, I put a note on the video, it took almost 45 minutes. I think it's because the chicken in what I did was a little bit thicker than the recipe I saw. I cannot find the original recipe anywhere. I don't know if I saw it in a magazine. I thought I saw it on Pinterest. There's plenty of foil packet dinners on Pinterest, so just so you know, but this particular one, it must have been in one of my magazines on my Kindle, so I can't find it, but I do know it said to pound the chicken breast really thin, and I think that was the issue why it took so long. So I just suggest, just make sure your chicken is cooked through, or just make sure you have really thin chicken breast. So I think that's what I'll do next week, is kind of pound it down a little bit. But I'm going to do this every week. I'm going to come up with some kind of combination because it is so good. It just steams the chicken, where it's so tender and yummy, and the zucchini came out perfect. So I will put a little clip after this clip of them coming out of the oven and what they look like when you open them up and all that. And then I'll take a little clip of my, I have a little clip of my plate after it was done. So anyway, so this, I made 3 of them. So my son normally eats what I eat, but he didn't last night, so he's going to eat his for lunch today. But anyway, so this is leftover, so I will be able to heat this up at work and have that. Yum. Oh, and this is a smaller portion. This is what I had left over when I was making my packet. So this is 4.6 ounces, and so, but still 3 points. And then the barbecue sauce is 2 points. So this is 5 points for this. I have just a salad with kale, cabbage. It's one of my salad kits that I get. It has all that, but I just don't put the little fixins that come with the salad kits. So I have that mini baby bell cheese for 1 point. I have 2 tablespoons of the what is this called? Oh, the light Olive Garden light Italian dressing. So 2 tablespoons is 1 point. I have some vegetables here with some of the fiery sriracha hummus. And I don't know like what I'm going to eat when. A lot of times I snack on my vegetables kind of after lunch throughout the day. But I just, like I said, I just like to have all of this stuff with me. I have some grapes and strawberries. And then I have one of these Bai coconut drinks. A full one is 1 point. A half of one is 0. I usually, with the coconut kind, I usually do drink it all. I do have one of these protein drinks. I tend to have these in the afternoon around 2:30, 3 o'clock, when I start getting kind of, you know, cravings. And coincidentally, a lot of times that's when a lot of things are on the table in the back, because meetings get over, and there's usually like a lot of leftover lunchtime, you know, leftover lunch meeting stuff. So anyway, so I like to have this around, plus it kind of, you know, gets rid of that chocolate craving. So this is 2 points, and then I have my usual Kirkland protein bar. These are 5 points. Lately, I've been having these on my way home from work. That way I don't snack while I am making dinner, because that has always been one of my issues. So that's that. I just have a banana, And I think that is everything. So let's see, trying to count up the points. So breakfast will be 2 points. Lunch, so this is, so 2 plus 5 is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 19. So if I eat all of this, then I will have 19 points. My coffee adds another 2 because I put 2 tablespoons of fat-free half and half in my coffee, and I have 3 of those a day. And so that brings, so for 6 tablespoons is 2 points. So that's 21. Leaves me 9 for dinner. Tonight is taco soup, which is 5 points. And then if I have some scoops with them, which my store didn't have the baked scoops again, so I had to get the regular scoops. So I think I can have 13 of those for 4 points. But I think if I have 10 or 11, it's only 3 points. So that's 8. And then I can have 1 tablespoon of fat-free fat-free sour cream for 1 more. So that brings me to 30 total. So I should hit 30 for 30 today. And with all this food, I don't think I will want anything after dinner anyway. If I do, it's fine. I can just make today a higher point day. No big deal. This shows you how much I like daisies. Look at my shoes. Aren't those cute? I love them. Hi guys. So, Monday morning, I took a peek at my emails. I like to do that Monday morning to know what happened through the weekend, because my boss doesn't usually stop. Like, she never takes a break, and so I usually get a flood of emails over the weekend. And I was really surprised because I had only had 2, and they weren't from her. So that's exciting. That means my Monday should start out okay, I hope. So, because it's always, I just like to know what I'm getting into. You know, if there's something on there that, you know, I don't usually read all the emails. I just look to see how many, and I kind of look at who they're from and the headlines of each one, because it shows you, you know, just the first sentence of each one. But I like to just know what I'm walking into. But so that was a nice surprise. So let's see, so today was rest day from 30 Day Shred. Actually, it's not my complete rest day. Today is I'll walk today, which I'll walk probably during work if it doesn't get too warm and I don't have any surprise meetings, which that happens a lot. So we'll see. Either way, I will do a 30-minute walk today, whether it is at work or at home. So anyway, so yes, I did 3 days. I did Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so I'm on day 3. For those of you who didn't watch my weigh-in or any other video I've talked about this, I have started a 30-day shred, trying to boost my weight loss a little bit because it's just been going slow, which I always lose slow anyway, but I also want to do some toning. I want to, you know, tone up some of this stuff because I have lost 31 something now, and things need to be toned. So I am hoping that, and I've done the 30 days right before, but when I did it, I was 280 pounds, and I've noticed now that it is much easier. I mean, it's not easy by no means, but it is a lot easier to do some of the moves, especially the jumping jacks and the, you know, jumping up and down stuff, the cardio portion, which is just a lot of jumping. And I noticed that's a lot easier for me. So I really think this time I can make it all the way through. I'm doing it 5 days a week. There is, you know, I know that I have read some people do it 30 days straight, do 10 of each level because there's 3 levels. But from things that I've read from Jillian Michaels, it's a Jillian Michaels thing if people didn't know. She never intended it for it to be 30 days straight in a row. So I'm doing it 5 days. I'm doing 1 day, I'm going to do 3 days in a row. Then I'm taking on 1 day where I do a 30-minute, just my regular walking. I'll do probably either like walking at work, or I'll do a Leslie video. And then I do 2 more days of the shred. Then I take a complete rest day, and that's usually that's the day before my weigh-in day. So that's Thursdays. So that's my schedule for it. So I'll end up getting done with it on September 28th. I think it should be my last day of level 3. So So I'm still doing each one 10 days. I'm just splitting it up. So I weighed this morning, because you guys know I'm weighing every day to track, and I was up 2.2. So here's the thing. I know that I always gain whenever I do any kind of intensive exercise. And, sorry, I gotta get over. Hold on. And I know that I am gonna gain a little bit. And I kind of figured it was gonna be quite a bit this morning, because I have been drinking a lot of water, because this program really makes you sweat. And I have been drinking a ton of water. I usually drink an entire cup during, you know, in between the moves. I usually drink an entire 24-ounce cup of water. It's, you know, and then finishing it up afterwards. So, yeah, I've been drinking a lot of water, but I have not been peeing as much. Sorry, TMI, but it's just the real world. So, I kind of knew, you know, because normally, when I drink my normal, 90-something ounces of water a day, or just 80 ounces, whatever, I usually try to get between 80 to 96 ounces a day, and I am usually in the bathroom all the time, especially when I'm at work, which can be annoying, but anyway, yeah, all weekend, nothing. I mean, it was just, sure, it was like maybe twice a day. I mean, it was really, really low. And so I know that I'm retaining water. And so when I've read all these things, it's your muscles, So I did look up some stuff, and just to kind of appease my mind, because I was up yesterday too. Friday and Saturday I was fine. Well, Friday I was weighing day, and Saturday I was fine the next morning, but it was only my first day. And then I think after doing it 3 days. So what I read was that when you do these more intensive exercises, and these are a lot of push-ups, you're using dumbbells. I'm using 3-pound weights. You tear like your muscles, I guess, and then those muscles retain water or fluid to try to repair them, and so you get inflamed. And so that's what I was reading, and I read it on several different places, and they all said the same thing. So I'm sure that's what it is, and the fact that I know I'm drinking but nothing's coming out, then that just makes sense. So, because this weekend I didn't do bad. Saturday, I think I told you guys, my 2 older boys were in town for the weekend, and so Saturday, we splurged on donuts, and I did have 2, and I tracked everything. I ended up using 37 points on Saturday. And then I did a big, I didn't really eat much for lunch at all that day, because I had 2 donuts and I was done. I mean, it filled me up. And then for dinner, we did I did a whole Mexican taco bar spread, and we did tacos, tamales, burritos, and I just had a half of a tamale. I had 1 burrito, and I used fat-free refried beans and the lowest fat ground beef. And then I had 1 crunchy taco. So I can't remember what everything came to, but I did end up with 37 points for the day. So I didn't go that much over. So I know that, and then yesterday I completely reset, and I had a really good day, all healthy, eating choices and all that. So I know this gain is not related to anything that I did food-wise, so it has to be exercise. And, it makes me nervous for weigh-in day, but I know I told you guys have to keep reminding me that this is just about exercise, and that's why I took the measurements. I haven't taken the before pictures yet. I tried. I just suck so bad at trying to take selfies. I can't even get a good angle, and it was awkward. I'm sitting there standing in the bathroom because I don't have a full-length mirror. So I don't know. I don't know if pictures will happen. I'll try to do them, but if anything, I did take measurements, and I did, I took, let's see, what did I take? I did my hips, my waist, at my belly button, and then I did above my belly button, kind of in between, under breast and my belly button, because that tends to shrink up a little bit more, and I did my arms. I might do my legs. I'm not sure. I'm not as concerned, about that, but maybe just to see the inches. So the plan is to measure day 1, so I did that, and then day 11 after your first round, and then on the last day. So we'll see. We'll go from there and see what happens. And yeah, so like I said, I'm not as concerned about the gain. I mean, it happens. You know, like I said, I know what it's from, so I'm not too worried about that. So other than that, I had a good weekend. It was nice visiting with all my kids. We're all home, and that was nice. My older son looks like he's going to take a new job, even though he just started this other one. But I guess in the software engineering world, it's normal. I don't know. I mean, he's new. He just graduated from college in January. So, you know, in the place that he did an internship over the summer before he graduated, and then through again after he graduated, he did another internship at the same company, and they offered him a job, and that's the reason why, you know, he took it, because at the time his student loans were coming due, but he already was still doing interviews. And so he looks like he will be moving up to the Portland area, which because I live in Oregon, as you guys probably know. And the Portland area, you know, is a lot busier from where, you know, I live here, and then where he's living currently, especially since the place that he's working at now is a tiny town in Washington of like 400 people. So it's going to be a shock for him, but it's a lot more money, and he says he can grow at this other company. The other company he was at was a small company, just a handful of employees, and he really wants to grow in his career. So it sounds like he's going to do that. So that's exciting for him. It makes me nervous, him living in the big city, but they grow up, right? He's 24 years old, so nothing I can do about that. Anyway, so I better get into work at 7:32. Gotta call the husband and let him know I'm here, and I will check in with you guys after work. But unless my phone dies, because I forgot my charger again. So if not, you guys will see dinner, which is taco soup. So I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.